There's Maggoty High versus Mount St. Joseph Catholic High in this bottom of the table clash. Here's a look at the weather forecast. Bright blue skies there. Sun is hot as ever. A temperature 32 degrees Celsius, and there's a 51% chance of rain. Good afternoon to all our viewers on SportsMax, CEEN TV and CVM here in Jamaica. My name is Gerard Morris Seeley and I am joined by Cody-Ann Jackson. Hi, Cody-Ann.
Hi, Gerard. And of course, hello to our viewers at home. Now we're here in the beautiful St. Elizabeth. The weather is amazing. The sun is quite hot, but if you ask me, it's the best weather for football. And today, what's coming up is the match between Maggoty High versus Mount St. Joseph. Now both teams are on the bottom of the table for Group C. So we're eager to see which team will leave here with points for this season. Yeah, hopefully they can get their campaigns off and running. Both teams on 0 points, and they'll be hoping that they can at least get a goal, get a draw at least, so that they can get their first point and get their campaign off and running. I can't wait to see Cody and both teams out on the field in action. And what do you think is going to happen? I feel like they're going to put out their best, and of course I want to mention that it's Mount St. Joseph's first time in the competition, first time playing against Maggoty High, and first time being featured on SportsMax TV. Yeah, a lot of firsts today. But right now we are going to take you to this Digicel team feature on Maggoty High.
It has been a difficult one because to keep the boys physically ready for especially competition this year over a 2-year period, it is really a challenge. But nonetheless, we have managed to keep the boys in school and in practice, so we're looking forward to great things.
It was very struggling for us because without football it's like life without bread, and it's hard to say, but I guess it is life.
I think this is probably the most competitive group in the Augusta Cup, because Lacovia, Monroe, States, us, it's been a challenge, and even BB Coke coming back into the group, and you know that since BB Coke has joined the Manchester group, BB Coke has always been advancing to the second stage, so BB Coke in, even tougher.
So my goals is to not concede any goal this season and to make it through the second run again, go even farther than the season we went before, and try to win the D Cup.
The goal for each season we enter the Augusta Cup is to basically better the last season. So the last 2 seasons we have reached the quarterfinals. So our primary aim right now is to get out of the group and advance to the quarterfinal.
Yeah, that's right. Maggoty High there in the Digicel team feature. They'll be hoping that they can get their campaign off and running today with a win, or maybe a draw even. They just want to get some points. Cody, what do you make out of that feature?
I feel they're an excellent team, because they mentioned that, they went to quarterfinals in previous seasons. So I'm pretty sure they can matriculate from this group. But right now we're going to hear from Mount St. Joseph. They began in 2014. So let's hear what they have to say.
Well, the football program, as you know, they have started the football program, which a lot of people say why they would have started at under 19, but there's basically a 3-year program that is in place. You wouldn't have seen the other boys today as we are, following protocols and wouldn't want a crowd, but the school has structured a good program that if following the program within the next 3 to 5 years, the school should be a force to be reckoned with.
Our sport program was such that when we started off in 2014, we didn't have a play field, and our sport program was limited on the basis of us not having a play field of our own, and we would have to utilize the prep school play field and then later on the parking area adjoining the church. So our progression to sport has been that we've been involved in netball, went to champs 2 years, right? And so football was the next step for us in terms of a program. We've had somebody who's worked with us in terms of the development of the program. So this is so we should have been on last year, but here we are this year.
We have a very good catalogue of players with a lot of potential, and we'll get there.
Well, it's a new one, so you will see in the further on how good we really are.
It's not only winning. What some persons consider a loss is a lesson you learn, so that in this situation they're not playing to win or lose. They're playing to learn. So what can be considered, so what some people will call a loss, they understand they're just learning. They understand that they're new to the game. They understand that it's a new experience for them. They know that they want to take part. We're just learning. So win, draw, lose, we're learning.
No, we're gonna
Take a break, yeah?
no, we're gonna take a break, but we'll be right back with more football action.
course, there is lots of action on the home of champions. La Liga continues on SportsMax 2 on Saturday. Celta Vigo, they take on Villarreal, 8 a.m. at 9 a.m. ECT. And of course, there's a lot more games. So let's see what's up. Alaves, they're traveling to Sevilla to face them at 10:15 a.m., 11:15 Eastern Caribbean time. And all the Barca fans, your turn on Saturday. Xavi at the reins. You'll be facing Espanyol, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT. These are the results for Maggoty High and Mount St. Joseph in Group C so far. Maggoty High losing both games so far. They lost their first game to Stets 3-0, and of course Monroe College then taking 1 goal off of Maggoty High, and that's how they have fared so far. Let's look at how Mount St. Joseph has done. Yeah, so their first result there against BB Coat 20-0, and then they made a drastic improvement against Lacovia and coming out with a 4-1 result. So this is how the standings look so far. Maggoty High and Mount St. Joseph taking up 5th and 6th spot. They are yet to get a point. Monroe College, they're 4th with 3. Lacovia and BB Coke, they are on the 1 and 2 with 6 and 4 points respectively. And Stets, they are 3rd with 4 points after all 2 games. Yeah, so these are the remaining fixtures for this weekend. Maggoty High and Mount St. Joseph, they will kick off here in just a few moments at 3 o'clock, and then tomorrow the top 4 teams will be in action. Lacovia High taking on BB Coke, and Monroe College then taking on St. Elizabeth High at St. Elizabeth Technical rather on Saturday at 3 p.m. Yeah.
Now here are some school facts from Maggoty High. They were founded in 1988. 33 years ago. They proudly wear the colors burgundy and yellow. Their population is 2,000 students, and they currently hold no Augusta Cup titles, and their motto says excellence amidst adversity.
Yeah, so I would have spoken to their coach earlier this afternoon, and this is what he had to say. After starting with 2 defeats, could you explain exactly why there's this tough start to the season?
Well, the tough start, I guess that would be caused from the inexperience of the players. We have about 4 inexperienced players on the team, and I guess that caused a slow start. So I guess they're looking forward to today's game, kind of get that start ahead of us.
Now you have the remaining matches coming up. How important is it for you to capitalize and get 3 points from each game?
Well, it's very important because we have a playoff round in this group. So we're looking forward as in a game-by-game situation. So getting these first 3 points is very important to us. And then we look to the other games.
Have you done any homework on Mount St. Joseph, and how would you have approached this game?
Yes, we have done our homework on them. Given that they have gotten a 20-0 and also they got a 4-1. So I guess they have improved a lot. They have improved up front. So we're trying to counter that in the game, how they have improved up front, and then we're trying to get some early goals and see how well we can finish the game.
The digital player to watch for Maggoty High. Yeah, he's wearing the number 10 jersey. His name is Rohan Palmer. He's 18 years old. This is his 4th season with the team. He's an attacking midfielder and making his 3rd appearance now for the team. Yet to score goals, but of course he is the architect in the group, and he will be hoping that he can set up his strikers for a good finish.
Here are the school facts for Mount St. Joseph. They were founded in 2014, 7 years ago. They proudly wear the colors red, off-white and grey. Their population is 869 students. They currently hold no Augusta Cup titles, and their motto says success through work and prayer.
Yeah, so I spoke to their coach Tickle Mullins, and this is what he had to say. From the first 2 games, your main goal, you said, was to learn this season. What have you learned so far?
Okay, it's really been a learning process. The first game was really seeing the guys play in a match situation for like the first time. So I was basically learning with them and achieving or seeing what I wanted out of most of the players. I was able to make a difference in the second game.
Your game against Lakovia, which was your second game of the season, your team made a massive improvement. What changes did you make?
Yes, I get to realize and understand the skills and the how the player, how they can play and which position would fit them well. We're still in the learning process, but through that I gave some persons some position that they weren't used to growing up or within their short football careers. So just getting that now and then getting the chance to work on it, then Lakovia match turned out. So even today we are expecting to see much better from them.
Yeah, so that was Coach Mullins there. And let's look at the digital player to watch for them. Andrew Simpson, that's his name. He's age 16. This is his first season left back player defense, making his third appearance for the team. Yet to score a goal, but I hope that he would be solid for his team today. Yeah, so Cody, Mount St. Joseph, Maggoty High in a few moments. How you feel about it?
I just want to wish both teams good luck today. I mean, it's a tough day. The sun is hot, but I'm pretty sure they're going to put out their best effort today on the field, and that's what we all want to see. Now, we're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll be hearing from our commentary team, Donna Oliver and Chris Taylor.
live at the St. Elizabeth Technical High School for the Costa Cup action, and it will be Maggoty High against Mount St. Joseph Catholic High. We're coming from the home of champions. We're on the home of champions. It's warm here as usual in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Of course, we are on the south coast, 28 degrees Celsius, and it may be just a little bit windy later on today. Wherever you're watching all over the world, thank you so much for joining our coverage here on SportsMax, on the app, on SportsMax Plus, which is free of cost, in Jamaica on CVM television, and of course around the world on CEEN TV. That's CEEN.TV. My name is Donald Oliver. I'm with Chris Taylor, and although this is a bottom of the table clash as it stands, we expect an interesting battle between these two teams, Maggoty and Mount St. Joseph.
Yeah, great to be here as usual, Donald. Very interesting battle. Mount St. Joseph would like to think that they have been improving in their first season, so a lot of experience gained so far in their two matches. The first one, a real blowout. The second one, some improvement, finally getting on the score sheet. So it'll be interesting to see their third time out on the field, just what they will bring. Of course, Maggoty, who have transitioned from the group stages before, so it's nothing unused to them in terms of denting this group and making it to the second round and so on, and being competitive. But so far, as you'd say, not such a good start for them. 2 losses under their belt, and they will certainly from now on need to garner 3 points in all their games to come.
Well, you can forget about their wear. They're hoping to add some color in this group and get some points, some much needed points under their belts. Mount St. Joseph would want to prove that they are more than the score lines against their name. The first time that they are in the competition, but already they are shifting about 24 goals so far. On the other end, Maggoty, as you said before, Chris, they have some pedigree because they have made the quarterfinal round of this the Costa Cup competition in years past. And although they don't have the most auspicious start, they want to really kickstart their campaign today. Micton Ullman will be the man in charge. Will be assisted by McKenna Brown and Smavara Dennis. Maggoty, they're known for having a 4-5-1 formation, and they will continue with that this afternoon with Ransford Green in goal. The back four of Kwesi Blake, Ronaldinho Pusey, Horatio Wright and Courtney Wallace. In the middle of the park, starting with the holding midfielder, Kristen White. In front of him, Savoy Senior, Rohan Palmer, who is the skipper, Andre Eneva, Rodane Mullings will be supporting the striker, Kimani White, Chris.
And as you said, Donald, well, actually it's a 4-5-1, but 4-2-3-1. Just a slight difference. As you said, Mullins and Eneva will be the holding midfielders. Look out for Rowan Palmer, the captain, the number 10, and they'll be hoping that he can string some impressive passes and put some finishes, as Maggoty not yet off the mark in terms of goals this season.
Well, as I said before, the Mount St. Joseph, they have a lot of work to do, still trying to understand their team, their formation. They have Tajay Williams in goal, a back five of Andrew Simpson, Jabari Brown, Christoph Madden, Brandon Dennis and Stephen Rankin. Of course, Simpson is their skipper. The middle of the park, Andrew St. Nicholas Miller, Kimani Smith, Renil McDonald supporting the strikers, Brian Seawright and O'Shane Gentles, who wears the number 22.
Mount St. Joseph, they will be going with a 5-3-2 formation, and certainly having gotten a goal so far, the likes of Brian Seawright, and he will be wearing the number 9 up front. They'll be hoping to get more from him, and also look out for the likes of Andrew St. Nicholas Miller, who provided that assist, very integral in terms of the middle of the park, and we'll be seeing what the overlapping wing backs of Rankin and Dennis can do to add to the attack of an improving Mount St. Joseph team.
Of course, this is brought to you courtesy of Digital Better Together. And these two teams, however, will be hoping to separate themselves, as they are both at the bottom of the group, hoping to rise in the standings in Group C of the Costa Cup. And we are on the way. Maggoty with the kickoff. And Maggoty would have been looking at previous scorelines against Mount St. Joseph, and they would fancy their chances here this afternoon at St. Elizabeth Technical. You can see that they want to keep it as simple as possible in the opening stages as they try to work it from around the back. Immediately they go forward through Eneva, who has a nice first touch but couldn't get his pass going. He does win back the possession though, wins the free kick for his team. So Mount St. Joseph, they have to be careful with how they are setting up defensively here. Ron Palmer, the captain, is behind it. Not the best delivery. Comes out as far as right. Wins the corner for his team. One of the things that they will be working on, Mount St. Joseph, is defending set pieces. Let's see how successful they can be here. The first corner kick going to Maggoty High. Needing a good delivery and easily handled. Maggoty trying to dictate possession early. Andre Eneva. It's another corner kick. Xavier Hendricks, of course, in charge of this Maggoty team, looking on at the action. This team in the opening 2.5 minutes with a dominating spell so far. Let's see if they can get a goal for their effort so far. Lofted and over the top. Maggoty and Mount St. Joseph at the bottom of the group as we take a look at the coach of St. Joseph, Mount St. Joseph High, Tickle Mullings. Says that he's still getting to know his team. This is of course their third match of both these teams, and they are the only teams in Group C to not register a point. A ball over the top didn't quite reach Eneva.